So Gillingham were playing Leicester today in the FA Cup third round. This match sums up how both clubs' seasons have gone. Gillingham have only scored 7 league goals so far this season, which is a record low ever in Football League or Premier League history. So in the 4 top divisions in English football, to have 7 goals by technically the midway point of the season, by this many games into the season, is a record low. Leicester, the ability just to put a full-strength team on the field has been denied to them this season. So Leicester are dealing with a lot of injuries to their first-team squad, 8 key players out. Gillingham, goal-scoring, they can't get one. And it was a scrappy game. The first half was not memorable. The weather conditions didn't help. Heavy pitch, blustery, windy, wet conditions. There's been a lot of rain in the south of England since we had that cold spell. We've had a lot of rain. It has basically rained almost continuously for the best part of 2-3 weeks. With the odd dry day, it is. We've had a lot of rain down south. Admittedly, on the other side of London, but this part of the country, it has rained a lot. Leicester, they've not had a good run of form in the league either. They had a good spell and a bad spell since the World Cup. Their form hasn't been great. Gillingham just can't get a goal. So the problems for Gillingham is they can't score, and the problem for Leicester is they can't put a coherent performance together consistently enough because of the amount of injuries. So the first half was just not great. Very few chances, blustery conditions, overhit passes. Leicester had a lot of possession, like nearly 80% possession. In the first half, too slow and methodical with it. Gillingham just sat back and defended their half of the field. Didn't show too much on the counter-attack, although there was some sloppy passing. When you're slow-paced in possession, you can just pass yourself into trouble. And Leicester almost did that on a few occasions. But in reality, the first half was sending me to sleep. And I'm being brutally honest, I didn't find it a very engrossing first half. The second half was better, and it's the only goal in the game comes in the second half. It has to be a scrappy goal because of how the game was going. Iheanacho, who's he looks a little bit unsettled this season. He can be very streaky with his scoring. He is a confidence player. I think the goal will help his confidence. But it's a scrappy goal, really. It's a good finish, but the build-up for it, the lack of, it just had to be a scrappy goal in order to be the only goal of the game. Leicester did butcher a couple of other chances in the second half. I think Vardy had the best 2 chances that were saved by the Gillingham keeper. One in the first half, one in the second, could have made it 2-0. But that final ball in the final third isn't quite there. The build-up play isn't quite there. And you can see this is a side that is missing a lot of key first-team regulars, which is affecting combinations and consistency, and they look a little bit disjointed. There's a lot of players off contract. They've lost some key players in the summer in the transfer window. So Leicester is one of those sides that is in a precarious situation. A cup run could do this club a hell of a lot of good. It really could. Gillingham, obviously, they want to get off the bottom of League 2 because they're facing the non-league in the face right now. They need to find a goal scorer or a couple of goal scorers because they just can't score goals. And they had a few chances in a scrappy game. They can't get a goal. And that is their problem. Defensively, it's not a problem. They defended really well against Leicester today. Their defensive shape was good. Their organisation was good. They were very competitive in the 50-50 challenges, which was good. I don't even think there was a booking in the game. It was a physical game, yes, but I think it was a fair game. But it's one of those games which won't live long in the memory. But Leicester take the win. Can Iheanacho, for example, is one of those confidence players take some confidence out of this? And can the FA Cup be a positive distraction that actually builds them some momentum and can get them going? Because their season's been very disjointed, although a lot of clubs are having down seasons this year in the Premier League, and it's very congested in the second half of the table in the Premier League. There's a lot of clubs that could go from, I think, 8th, 9th downwards to the bottom. There's not a lot of points in there for over half the league. A couple of wins or a couple of defeats, and suddenly you are in a relegation fight, or you're looking at possibly snagging a European place. So the Premier League is very condensed. Leicester need some confidence and need some momentum. They had a streak of momentum before the World Cup. Since the World Cup, that has not been the case. So we'll see what happens, but not a game that lives long in the memory. Gillingham, they've got a tough second half of the season ahead. They need to find a striker or strikers. They have the defensive side of the game sorted out. They've got the goalkeeper sorted out. It's that final third of the field and getting someone who can put the ball in the net 10, 15, 20 times and just get some goal scoring momentum. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Not the best game. There are obviously a lot of FA Cup ties this weekend, and there's no more replays from the third round onwards, and it looks likely the FA Cup replay could be done as of this season. So we shall see what other results come through, what other shocks come through. Leicester, this could have been a potential banana skin. They've got through it. Didn't play convincingly, but they've got through it, and we'll have to see who they get in the next round and what their league form does as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.